Yoo-hoo!
Hello, we just cleaning.
Chris is just eating a shake. We are going to show you guys in this video how you can actually host your own online, essentially, webinar. If you have a group of people that are interested, or even if you just have one, or if you want to actually host maybe like a weekly or a monthly online call. If you have like a group of people that are interested, you could just tee up a Zoom call and we'll show you exactly what to do. We'll give you the slides, and this is a really great way to, for one, share with people about Isagenix, and for two, also to like, I guess, further your public speaking, not public speaking, but further your confidence online. I know when I first did my first webinar, I was so scared. Like, I was literally sweating and like, I was so honestly scared. But
like, minimized everyone's face.
Yeah, but like, it definitely like is a necessity in growing this business. Like, it's 100% like you do need to start like stepping up and hosting these calls, and
and it is a really good thing as well. Like, you can do the call and record it, and then it's such an awesome tool to be able to send to people. So it's not like you're doing just the work once, you're doing the work once, and then you can continue to use it over and over again.
So for instance, kind of elaborate on that, what me and Crystal did and her partner Ethan is we filmed ourselves essentially hosting this. We recorded it, this exact thing that we're going to go through, and now we upload it to our Project Living YouTube, and we can use that link and send it to people when they're interested in ISA, because we cover pretty much everything.
Really
so yeah,
tool.
100%. So if you are new and you want us to jump on, or even if you want us to host your own call and you want to share your story, we can definitely do that as well. Or we can just jump on for kind of support and everything like that as well. So you'll jump on Zoom and you can either create a meeting link and you can schedule when you want it, or you can just create a link the night of the call or the day of the call and send it to all your people to jump on. And what you do is you go, if you're not familiar with Zoom, go to the bottom middle. You have to do this on a laptop. I've never done it on a phone. I don't know if you can do it on a phone. The bottom middle bar, and it should have this little green arrow saying share screen, and you share it. This is what I'm going to do now, and it should come up with the slides. So underneath this video is a download to download these exact slides. If you are from Australia, you can download them. Just type into Google, host your own Isagenix associate event, and you can download the slides from there. Otherwise, you're more than welcome to use these, or you can create your own, or I know there's like a lot of different leaders who use different slides. So yeah, so we'll just kind of go over what we would say on each slide. Do you reckon?
Yeah, and again, like, you can totally make this your own and add your own personal flair. This is kind of just what we've learned over the time. Like, we used to have to host at probably minimum once a month online calls for in our wider team, and it was a really effective tool. And so, you know, we've learned bits and bobs along the way, so we're just gonna kind of run through it and give you guys an idea of what it could look like.
Yeah, okay, cool. So this is the first slide, and you kind of just, what we do is like, if you jump on maybe like a couple minutes before, and you can like play music off your phone, or just like get chatting with the people that are jumping on, ask them how their day's been. This is kind of just like to, I guess, break the ice a little bit. If you don't want to talk yet, you can just play music and wait for people to jump on. I don't really say anything in this one.
Just welcome.
And then this is the disclaimer slide. So you don't need to read each one, but what I would normally say is I just say, so guys, before we kick into things, just a couple disclaimers. You're going to hear a few stories throughout this, and you're going to hear a little bit about the income, the products, all of that sort of stuff. What you put in is what you get out. So essentially, you're just kind of covering the disclaimers, and you're just telling people that the earnings that are shared or the weight loss that has been shared isn't typical, and they're obviously each their own on their own journey, so they might experience different results. So you don't really need to cover that much, you just kind of need to pop that in, I guess. Hey,
yeah, definitely. This is just like a cute little video that Kia, Gabby, and some of our wider team made, which kind of just is a nice thing to kick it off and paint the vision, paint the picture of what it's going to cover and what it can look like for you.
Yeah, so you guys can just play, I won't play the video now, but you guys can just play that when you're doing the call, and make sure your sound is up, because your sound is going to be the sound that is going through everyone's computers. And I think it's only a couple minutes long. So definitely play that. It's just kind of like, I guess, breaks the ice, introduces everything. And then you will share your journey. So you can download the slideshow. You can download, I think, on Microsoft Word. We'll download into something. And you can take my photo out and put in a new slide and put your own photo in. So you're sharing your own journey, not my journey. I can jump on and share my own journey. But this is kind of key to introduce the call with your own journey. Doesn't have to be weight loss, can be honestly anything. You could even just have a normal photo of you and kind of talk about your experience with Isagenix. Don't waffle on for too long, maybe just a minute or something.
This is when you're practicing your 30-second story on the video we just made before. It's going to be really good.
Cool. And you can also, scattered throughout the presentation, you can add different people's results. So if I was hosting a call, I could have my journey here, share my journey, and then later on in the call, I could have Crystal's maybe up and she could share her journey and jump on. So what we say is, are you living your best life? Get them to maybe paint a picture of what their dreams are, what their aspirations are, what their goals are, and really kind of just, I guess, get them to think about what their ideal life would be if they were living it. You want to go?
Yeah. And this is another kind of like just still like kind of opening up everything, kind of highlighting that the reality is that we're spending so much money on weight loss, fitness, energy, healthy aging. It's like billion dollar industries, and this kind of helps to reinforce like why this is something that's needed. And you can see the like predicted growth. It's going to be a continuous problem, and so that kind of like really tees up quite nicely when you bring in this which is our vision, which is just so beautiful. We always like to read out the vision just off the screen here, because it is just so impactful and so awesome.
Yeah. And something to say, like, I don't know if you guys are like, whoa, my beer. I don't know if you guys are taking notes or like kind of like visualizing what we say and like learning to say it yourself. But for this one, what I would normally say is, I would just say, just think about how many people you know that are spending money on weight loss programs. Think about how many people you know who are spending money on coffee, energy drinks, healthy aging creams and pills and all of that sort of stuff. And I just say that Isagenix kind of has a solution for all of these different things. So if you're wondering what to say, just kind of touch on that. And yeah, we both just read this off the screen. You don't need to kind of remember anything. And you're gonna start talking about the Isagenix products, not all of them, just the main core products, so the ISA 3, and you can kind of just introduce it as the 3 main products that everyone uses.
So the first is the shake. So what I'm thinking is I might just speak to you guys as if I was doing this slide. So basically one of our core products here is our superfood smoothies, the Isoline Shake. They are literally amazing. Basically they're a complete meal, which can sound a little bit freaky at the start, but basically it's got all your essential macronutrients in a nice, easy, convenient meal. So you're literally getting like above and beyond what you would normally be getting in a food, in your food. And it's got awesome things like branched chain amino acids, which promote serotonin, which is just like, oh, so amazing. Like you're literally getting happiness from your gut, which is so cool. And yeah, I just love them. They literally taste delicious. And there's something that I literally just could not start my day without. People are like, let's go out for breakfast. I'm like, okay, I'll just have my smoothie first.
Yeah, literally. And if you guys aren't comfortable explaining everything Crystal just explained, you can literally just say, these are the Isoline shakes. They come in dairy-free and whey. You can have 1 or 2 a day, depending on what you want to do, alongside your normal food. And even just say, like, your favorite thing about them. Like, you don't need to go into, like, if you feel confident explaining, like, all the different, like, amazing properties and stuff, definitely do that. But if you don't, you can simply say, this is my favorite thing about it. Like, you don't even need to, like...
It makes me feel...
Yeah. You can just say, I have 2 of these a day alongside my normal meals. And then, like, yeah, you don't need to overcomplicate it if you are kind of new to this.
For sure. Should we do that for both of them? I'll do the nerdy part and you do.
Yeah, you can.
yeah, just these are like some little extra tidbits which can be cool to add in, like obviously if you feel comfortable.
Crystal, the scientist.
Hello.
Do you need your lab coat on?
Oh, I should have worn it. Awesome. So you can say that there is a whole cleansing part to Isagenix, which is just absolutely amazing. It's basically a type of intermittent fasting, which essentially has been around for thousands and thousands of years, and it's just so amazing. Basically, we look at cleansing once a week, depending on your goals, and it can be different ways that you can do it, but basically it's just a way to nourish your body's natural detoxification process. And it sounds a little bit freaky to be doing a fast, but if you think about it, you're fasting when you sleep, and when you eat in the morning, that's you breaking your fast. That's why it's called breakfast. And so all we're doing is just extending that fasting period, and basically that's going to be shredding visceral fat, which is that stubborn, really hard to shift one that coats your organs. It's promoting the growth hormone if you're really interested in muscle gain, boosting your immunity, and ridding your body of toxins. So it's literally just amazing.
100%. Yeah. Yeah, and if you are, I'll just do the like simplified version of, if you were explaining this and you don't feel comfortable going into the science, you could literally just say, so this is the Cleanse for Life. If you're familiar with intermittent fasting, it's similar to that, however it's supported. And you can pretty much just say that you can do daily cleansing, or you can do deep cleansing, and it just helps to get rid of bloating, lose some weight, muscle growth. You can just kind of like touch on the basics, and you can even just give your own experience on hold on, I'm just gonna shift there. Give your own experience on what you like about it, or something like that. Next.
Cool, Ionix. So
get ready, guys.
This is like just mind blowing. I love it so much. Basically this is full of like Eastern Ayurvedic herbs, which have been around for like 5,000 years, and it's just solid and deep in the knowledge. And basically these herbs kind of work synergistically together to help balance your body's system. So if you think of your body as like a happy medium, if you get really like stressed out and really wired, it helps bring you like back down to happy medium. But if you're really low energy and you wake up in the morning, you're like, holy crap, I just had 8 hours, but I'm still tired, helps bring you back up. So it's just honestly the most incredible thing. And a lot of the herbs also help with sports recovery and immunity and things like that. So it is just amazing.
And what I would say is, this is Ionix Supreme. You have either a shot in the morning or a shot in the night. If you can shot vodka, you can shot Ionix. And then just say that if they struggle with sleep or stress or sleep, that this is going to be their favorite product. So yeah. And then we've just got some different slides of kind of chatting about weight loss, muscle gain, whatever. So I just like say, here are some results from our New Zealand team in weight loss. Just kind of gives them an idea of what kind of, I guess, is achievable with the products. And
it can be cool as well, like how Kia was saying, you can pop in some other people's stories. Like now would be a good time for people to share their stories.
And then there's a performance one. So for instance, as Crystal was saying, you could add in a weight loss story. So you could add in my photos and I could jump on the call and share for you. Muscle gain, you could put in, I know, Ethan's, Crystal's boyfriend, or anyone else you know, and they could jump on the call and share their stories. And then also healthy aging, definitely good old Jeff. Love Jeff.
Calves of steel.
And then here are just some results from our wider team that you can just let them have a look through.
Awesome. So basically, for those of you guys who don't know, there was actually a lot of scientific research done on the Isagenix system and its efficientness. And this slide is put here for you to share that. So just letting them know that it's all backed by scientific research. It doesn't say this on the slide, but just so you guys know, there was a 10-week study done in Illinois. 8-week. I'm so sorry. 8-week study over in Illinois, and basically they compared the Isagenix system to the Heart Healthy diet, which is where you would be prescribed by a doctor if you were like severely overweight. The one with the little red tick. And yeah, basically at the end of the 8-week study, ISA had the people taking ISA had a 56% more weight loss, 47% more fat loss, and twice as much visceral fat. So it's just really cool to like reinforce that for like nerds like myself that, you know, want to know that this is all backed by science and that it's actually going to work.
100%. And if you don't feel confident, just literally read.
Yeah.
And just say that it's like backed by science. And you can always say that if they are interested in more of the science and studies, that you can actually send them a link and you can just send them to Isagenix business. What else is there? IsaHealth.
Yeah, the link down the bottom is isagenixhealth.net/research, and that's where they can find this study. So definitely read them there.
Cool. So the IsaBody, you can literally just explain what the IsaBody challenge is. So just explain that it's a 16-week personal challenge. It's free to enter. You just have to be ordering the products and say to them that everybody that completes it gets a $200 product coupon. And also if you are going to, I guess, take it to the next level, there are amazing prizes, $4,000 for the finalists and $15,000 for the winner. So get them to enter that when they have started. But yeah, just chat to them about that, because I know that a lot of people do like a challenge and are interested in things like this. So yeah, what I do is I just kind of explain my experience and explain like what I like about it, and say that there's a Facebook page with like thousands of people on it as well for support.
Your story.
So slow.
So this is where it kind of touches on the opportunity side to the system. So it's just talking about sharing your story. So this is kind of introducing that.
Yeah, and what you could just say is that there is an online income opportunity aligned with the system. If you're interested in getting your products paid for or need an extra way to make an income, then definitely listen up. Do you want to do this?
Yeah. This is kind of also as well like reinforcing like why it can be beneficial. So on this you can just say like as you can see here, New Zealanders needs a side hustle. 73% of side hustles are set up to follow a passion or a new challenge. So it's exciting for some people that are working a job that isn't lighting them up, and this can provide something that is their passion. 66% of New Zealand millennials want to start their own business. I know Kira and I don't want to be working a 9-to-5 job.
No way.
Answering to the man.
Or the lady.
To the late Mr. Man. And then 1 in 20 New Zealanders have a second job. Like, that is crazy. And it's just so special that we're going to be able to enlighten you guys on an opportunity that could potentially save you having to fork up for another job.
Yeah, and this is just kind of emphasizing that a lot of people are actually worried about money. You can just read these slides if you don't want to elaborate on them. I know like you can just kind of skip through and making these like little points. Cool. So network marketing, a sophisticated side hustle. Just list through these little things up in the top right corner. You can just say like, for a couple of them, like the cool thing about network marketing is that you don't have a boss, you don't have employees, you don't have like a time schedule. You can literally wake up whenever you want. You can travel the world, you can work from anywhere. And like, if you don't want to kind of just, I guess, explain why you love it, you can just read the ones up there. But it's kind of just saying to people like why it's such a good option opposed to other options, and why it's also a good option alongside maybe your current job.
Cool. And then here's where you can kind of share the opportunity. So basically,
before you go into that, make sure you watch the You Share, They Share, Repeat video on how to explain this, what it is. Learn it before you do this call, I would say.
Yeah, that's good. Should we still go through everything?
Yeah. Should we just do it as if?
Yeah. Cool. So basically, I'm just going to share a little bit about the opportunity here. So first and foremost, when you get started, you are essentially a customer, and in order to be a part of the Isagenix opportunity, you just need to log on to your back office, click the purple button that says click to become an associate, pay like $25, which for like an app and like a website, like
it's honestly nothing
crazy, and essentially to be sharing the opportunity authentically and genuinely, you do need to be using the products. And so in order to be active, you need to be ordering 100 BB of product a month, which works out to be like $250, I think. And then basically the first kind of starting step points of the opportunity is to help 2 of your friends get started, and to help them find 2 people as well.
Cool. So now you're going to draw it out for them, because when you do first learn this, it's kind of confusing. So you're just going to show them the first 2 steps. So you just say, cool, so the first leadership level in the company is consultant, and this is when you enroll your first 2 customers on a qualifying pack of 100 BV. And the bonus for, at the moment, I think it's a short-term bonus, so it might drop down to 50, but at the moment you get paid $100 for reaching the leadership level of consultant. Don't do this one.
Yeah, you can do it.
Cool. So the next leadership level is manager, and that is when you help your 2 customers share with 2 friends. And not only do your customers get paid for referring their friends, but you're actually also going to get paid. So for each of the consultants that you create, you get paid $100. And bear in mind that you can actually enroll as many people as you want. You just need to create 2 consultants. So that just means 2 people with 2 people. Cool. So another cool thing, a little extra thing is what we call Crystal Manager, and that is just the Crystal name just means that you have reached the rank of manager within 60 days of becoming an associate. So remember when we said you go from a customer to an associate, you have 60 days to help 2 friends, share it with 2 friends, and you get a bonus of $250 US. So it's a pretty cool way to initially get your pack paid for, and also to be doing it alongside friends. I know that a lot of people love accountability, and like starting with friends will actually be easier. So yeah, that's a cool way to essentially just get your products paid for and continue to start earning an income, I guess. But if you are interested in learning more about the business, then definitely chat to the person that got you onto this call, and they can help you with the further ranks. And yeah, just a little kind of quote to finish off. And then that's just the last of the slides. And then you just say bye, say thanks for jumping on. And then if you have anyone that did jump on the call that you personally got on the call, send them a message, ask them what they liked best about the call, and then just get chatting further. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
See you later.